Hi, I'm Richard Pace, the endorser for Church of God Vocational Chaplains. I'm here today talking with one of our Army chaplains, Chaplain Captain Ryan Wood. And it's good to have you, Ryan. I know that our audience will be interested in learning a little bit about you and what it means to be an Army chaplain. Why don't you tell maybe some of those who may be interested in chaplaincy themselves how you came to make the decision to become an Army chaplain?
Thank you, Dr. Pace. It's good to be here with you today. Being an Army chaplain was a interesting path for us. We were in civilian ministry for several years and decided that we wanted to change. And we're looking in a traditional manner for paths of ministry. And one day my wife came to me and said, "What about military chaplaincy?" And I asked her, does she really know what she's asking and what she's getting us into? And she said, let's try it. So we contacted the endorsing agency here with the Church of God Chaplains Commission and started the paperwork process. And it took several months to get all that complete, but once that was through, we were accepted and started down a road that we didn't think we would ever do.
I know there are a lot of things that are similar between being a chaplain and being a pastor. What are some of those similarities? Do you have a congregation that you minister to?
There are a few similarities. You still have responsibilities to participate as a leader of a chapel. So you're a pastor of a service, an assistant pastor of a service, which will look a lot like an ordinary church service. You'll have your worship and song, your prayer, you receive an offering, and then you get to share the word. So that's very similar. Bible studies are conducted. Those types of ministry you would find that are very closely aligned with the civilian pastor's ministry.
Well, I know one big difference is that your congregation goes to war sometimes. Uh, why do you think the Army takes chaplains to war? Why was it important for you? I know that you deployed to war. Why was it important for your unit to take you?
I believe it's important for my unit to take me and for all the other units to take their chaplains with them and to a place where it's challenging and difficult and a place of combat so that we can provide, all the services of a religious leader where they did not have access to one.
During this time, are you able to develop relationships with soldiers? How did they accept you? Do you feel like you can really minister to them as individuals?
Absolutely. One of the key tenets of chaplaincy ministry is what we call ministry of presence, and that is really the ministry that opens the doors up to be able to speak into people's lives and share faith with them and to help build their faith. And ministry of presence is simply just being there. It's being there whenever they go to combat. It's being there whenever they go through physical exercise, being there in the middle of training and establishing a rapport and building bridges with the soldiers and a relationship there so that when the opportunity arises or when the need is there and the conversation is there, that you can point them to faith in Christ. So that's one of the main tenets is that ministry of presence idea, that where they go, we go. And obviously where they are and the need arises, then we're there with them, able to help.
Can you think of any time when maybe the Lord allowed you to have a special relationship with someone you think it made a big difference in their life?
I can think of several times, but one has stood out in particular to me over the last few years, and that is a relationship I built with a senior enlisted member of my last organization, my Operations Sergeant Major. We spent a lot of time deployed together, sitting in the talking, drinking cups of coffee together. He liked to talk about motorcycles, so I became interested in them chatting with him. We like to sit around and just shoot the bull together. And over the course of time, we got to know each other more and more, and we got back to the United States. He found out that he had a very severe and aggressive form of cancer. And as he shared that with me, it wasn't too long before the conversation turned to him asking me, what does it really mean to have a relationship with Christ? And he disclosed to me that he had grown up Presbyterian. He attended church every now and then, but he really didn't feel it. And I was able to take those moments and share what a relationship with Christ looked like and to lead him in prayer. lead him back to faith and to help him find that hope in the middle of a tough situation. And I don't believe that ever would have happened if I hadn't been able to spend the time hanging out with him and spend the time getting to know him, and the hours that a deployment offered us to share together, the meals shared together, able to build trust and to really open the door for that moment of ministry. Was probably been one of the most special opportunities that I've ever had.
Well, I'm excited about how the Lord is using you. Thanks for sharing with us, and we just pray that you continue to be out there making a positive difference in people's lives.
Thank you.